When you are on the go, you need your credit union to be right there with you. Hughes Federal Credit Union makes your life easier. For 60 years, Hughes has called Southern Arizona home and has given back to our community. Isn't that who you want as your financial partner?
Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. GH, the regular season game of the year. Maybe the regular season game of the decade.
Close.
Coming up Saturday, Arizona, Oregon, Matt Knight Arena. You will be there. What are you anticipating?
I'm just hoping the atmosphere is like it used to be at Matt Court.
Right.
I've been to Matthew Knight Arena 3 times, and it didn't match it, even though they were all sold out.
Right.
And I think they were the only sellouts at Oregon that year. But it's just not the same there. You've been to Matt Court.
Oh, yeah.
That was a special place.
I love Matt Court, yes.
But it'll be, I know the Oklahoma schools have the term Bedlam for their series.
Yeah.
Bedlam will be Saturday.
You know, these are two programs. It's funny, they don't have the history that Arizona and UCLA has necessarily, or even Arizona and Stanford from the 90s and 2000s. But when they play each other, it is almost always exciting, high scoring, and a good finish.
Yeah, and you know, even through the years, going to the late 80s, it seemed like Arizona and Oregon had a really good series going because every game at Matt Court was so in you.
Right.
I mean, and so even though Oregon wasn't very good all those times, those games were giants.
Right, yeah. Lute Olson, I remember a skirmish or two at Matt Court back in the day.
Standing at center court yelling at Ernie Kent.
Yeah. Richard
yelling at the student newspaper reporter from the Oregon student newspaper.
What was he called him? A yellow journalist or something? Oh, yeah.
Let me see your credentials.
That was it. I mean, it's great. And you look at this rivalry now, I think the Pac-12 is so top-heavy this year.
Oh.
It's not a good league. But my goodness, there are 3 teams at the top, Arizona, UCLA, and Oregon, who could win the whole thing.
I agree with that 100%. I know Oregon played their worst game of the year against Colorado last week.
Right.
All-time trap game.
Right.
Colorado's good anyway.
Right. At elevation.
Yeah. They got that out of their system. I mean, if Brent Musburger and all those guys were paying attention to college basketball, they would know the Ducks can beat anybody. And I think I would pick them in the top 3 to get to the Final Four.
Yeah. It just goes to show, by the way, new arena helps, Nike money helps.
Oh.
But you know what? Dana Altman, and nobody talks about this, is a hell of a coach.
They didn't want him, remember? They thought they could get Tom Izzo.
Yep. Yeah, I know. And they went and they got Dana Altman, who was a little bit of a vagabond guy and never really had great success. But you know what? I mean, he has rolled up his sleeves literally and figuratively there and done a really good job.
He's a quirky kind of a guy when you watch him during the game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's up there with Sean Miller, the 2 best coaches in the Pac-12.
Right, and Sean Miller never misses an opportunity to praise Dana Altman.
Right.
And Sean Miller is not a guy who praises other coaches easily, I don't think.
I think he'll like him a lot more next year when Boucher and Bell are gone and Brooks are gone, and they don't have rim protection and every single thing you need.
Right, to be a very, very good team. And it's going to be a hell of a game. That'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. For Greg Hansen, you got to give me a score here.
I'm saying Oregon 83, Arizona 77 in just a classic game.
That'd be good. The Pac-12 games of old, high scoring, fast, loud. Be good. Be really good.
And let's hope there's a rematch at the Pac-12 tournament.
Right, because there's not going to be a rematch at McHale Center.
Yeah.
Thank you, Larry Scott.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.